Well, with 4 games left, the playoff picture is in full swing right now. What do the Bears have to do in order to make the playoffs? Well, we're going to go over a couple of scenarios. And against the Browns on Sunday, where it's going to be very, very cold, a couple of key players that are going to be out for the game. Not necessarily for us, but for the Browns. We're going to break that all coming up next here on the Chicago Sports Podcast.
Let's go. Yo. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts.
Well, hello, welcome into the Chicago Sports Podcast. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I'm Matt Cooper. Got my good buddy, Big Drew, Big Papa Bear in, man. How's it going, dude? Looking good as always.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. You know, recovering from Sunday, but hey, I shook it off. I shook it off now, but still some growing pains, but we'll be all right.
Yeah, that was a close one, just like all of our games this year, man. It was so close and to the end, and this time we just weren't able to pull it off. But we got another one coming up here in another week, a week and a half, I should say. But we can't overlook the Browns. We're going to talk about that game coming up here in just a second. Thank you guys for watching today on YouTube. As always, you can like and subscribe our YouTube channel and get those notifications as they come on through. But also, Drew, we have a new way of how you can watch our show. And that is on the Heartland Sports Network. First one today, the Heartland Sports Network. You guys can certainly check them out. Catch every moment, every matchup, and every storyline on the Heartland Sports Network. Your home for live high school and college sports in Northwest Indiana. Watch all our broadcasts free at heartlandsportsnet.com or through Jed TV app, the brand new Jed TV app, soon to become the Heartland Sports Network app on all major devices. From live game streams and weekly highlight reviews and behind-the-scenes features, we bring fans close never before. Become a sponsor today as well at heartlandsportsnet.com. You can join the fastest-growing sports platform in the Midwest. So that's really exciting here, man. Heartland Sports, very excited to be on that today, Drew.
Oh, and
very excited to bring up our injury report, not because I'm excited that some players are hurt right now, but Drew, look at this. Excuse me. Our list today is not as big as it's been on all of our shows. Even last week, I felt like it was getting and shrinking just a little bit, and here it is, man. The list is up, and I guess there's I don't think there's really any surprises to me on here. The Kyler Gordon's going to be interesting to watch because he went out last week, and I just don't know what his status is going to be for this weekend.
No, I had no clue, bro, but man, we was definitely missing them in that game, bro, because wow. Woo. Oh man. I wish Kyler, man. I wish him a speedy recovery, but we need a key word on speedy as well. Let's see, Aduze, Stevenson. Yeah, I mean, they've been on this list for what, the past 2 or 3 injury reports.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just be optimistic and hope for the best, bro. I mean, I see Jalen Johnson out too. No.
His full participation, yeah. I think he's just going to be up on that list. And I believe it was like that last week too.
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, at least it's not a page long like it usually is.
I think the encouraging one on here is Adunze too, with limited participation, because I thought that injury was going to be a lot worse when I first heard about it for him. But it was a good thing that I didn't see anything or read reports that he wasn't in any type of walking boots. So that's good. So to see him as limited participation, I think that could be a good sign he's going to play this weekend.
Yeah, I think that's very good, man. Also, too, man, Stevenson, man, I mean, even though it's limited, I mean, it's still looking good for him to come back. We definitely going to need him for that Green Bay game, bro. So if he has to stay out this one, I'm all for it. And as long as we got our key players back for Green Bay, hey, I'm all for what we got to do to get them back for that game.
Oh, yeah. On a Saturday night at Soldier Field coming up. I agree with you on that. We'll see how this – it's going to be prime time, man. It's going to be a night game. But we can't look past that, though. We can't look past that, Drew. We're going to talk about that because we got a big game on Sunday against the Browns. And I know you're thinking, well, the Browns, man, they only have 3 wins, and they don't stand a shot in hell to beat us. Well – here's something I'll say about that. There's a lot of times you hear this type of stuff happening, man, when you got those big games against teams in their division, especially divisional games where they're so close to each other like we are right now between the Bears and Packers. But you have that game in between that sometimes you can gloss over. Now, I don't think the Bears are doing that. I really don't. Not with this coaching staff. I don't think there's any of that glossing over. I think Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, I think that whole entire crew is like, guys, we can't do that. But this is a sneaky kind of game that we're having this weekend because I was talking to you before we got on here today, Drew. I said the defense for the Browns is really good. Now, they didn't play very well last week. I can't imagine that's going to happen again this week. That was the worst they played all year. That was one of the worst games they played all year last weekend. I don't think that's going to happen this weekend. I think they're going to get their act together this weekend. They got a lot of really good players on that team, on that defense. And Shedeur Sanders had a very good game last week. I must say he had a good game. He threw for over 300 yards, had a couple of touchdown passes. So I feel like they're trying to get this rhythm going right now here at the end of the year, see what they got with Shedeur Sanders. So we're going to talk about that here in a second. But there's a couple of injuries that the Browns have right now that, Drew, that I think could impact this game. Maliek Collins, first off, is a big one. It was their defensive lineman. He went down over a week ago. He is gone with a quad injury, and I don't think he's coming back. I think he's done for the year. And he's a great player. He was having a very good year for them. He was part of the pass rush with Myles Garrett and them getting through. Yeah. The way they played, man, to set everything up for the rest of their defense. He was a big loss. The other guy to keep an eye on is Ethan Pocic. Ethan Pocic. I knew I was going to screw that up. He was a good setter. I always have those names, Drew, where they pop up, and I know to say it, but I always say it wrong. But I know he's a very good player. He is on injured reserve right now. And here's the thing. The thing that the Browns, one of the things that's their Achilles heel this year is, I believe it's been like 14. They have now gone on their offensive line, I think with like 14 or 15 different combinations this year, which is, think about that, Drew. How many times have we talked about that on our side? The amount of offensive line combinations we've gone through. Think of that. That's what they're going through right now, man. Now, I think that's going to be key in order for us to win in the trenches for this game.
Yeah. You know what, man? When I think of the Browns, bro, I mean, of course, they did something that a lot of people can't do. They beat Green Bay. So you can't – this game here, I mean, it's like you said, it's going to be a sneaky game, but you can't put it past them. I'm glad to hear that Collins. I mean, like I said, I'm not a fan of injuries, but hey, when it's go to our advantage, I'm glad to hear that Collins is not playing because that dude is a beast.
He is a beast.
Well, I mean, we already got our hands tied with Garrett, bro. So I mean, to have somebody like Collins to be out for this game is a very, very good thing for us in order to, maintain this game. So. I mean, like I said, I'm looking for a good game. I don't put nothing past the Browns. I mean, and like you said, I don't think the Bears put nothing past the Browns because every game matters now. So, man, we gonna have to bring our A game, and don't think it's just this is a 3-win team and we could just dominate them. That's not the case because, man, we see what the Panthers and the Browns did to Green Bay.
No, you bring up a good point there. I forgot. I forgot that they beat Green Bay. That's right. Trapeze 11 Doug G brings up a couple of good points. He says you got to get some targets to DJ. Yeah, absolutely. We got to get the targets to DJ after last week, man. And then I was going to bring up, and you were kind of reading my mind there, Trapeze. You said help Ozzy out blocking Garrett because
right.
Drew, that's what we were just talking about before.
We were just talking about that.
How do we stop him? So Myles Garrett, if you guys have probably seen it all over the league, but he's on pace right now for 26 sacks this year, which is unbelievable. I haven't heard anything like that in a very, very long time. And he's already putting up crazy numbers and crazy records this year. But it's like, what do you do to stop that? And I think you have to have some help there on that side of the ball, whether it's a running back coming out there to help out in pass protection, whether it's a tight end in pass protection, but maybe you try to run the ball a little bit more. We've been very good running the ball. it's going to be a game of chess, because I'm going to bring up a couple other guys here in a minute, Big Drew, but I think that's the first part we got to start on when winning in the trenches is like, how do you stop Myles Garrett? Because you're not going to be able to completely stop him, but you can chip away at him.
Me personally, I think you're going to have to bring either Komet or Loveland in some schemes, bro, because they some big boys, and I think putting them in the scheme to help out Ozzie, I think that's going to be the key, man, because the tight ends, that's going to be the to incorporate them with the double team for blocking. I think that's going to be the way, because Myles Garrett is a big boy. He's a big boy.
He's jacked. You ever see the size of his arms, man? He's got some of the biggest arms I've ever seen.
Incredible Hulk arms.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I don't, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a task doing that with him, bro, because, like, you always going to have the one player that's going to always get theirs, with like a Garrett or a Parsons or something of that nature. But, I mean, all we could really do is try to contain him. But I don't think we're going to fully stop him, but the goal is to contain him. That's in my opinion.
Yeah, containing him. But you bring up a good point, using the tight ends too to try to help with that. I like the way you were thinking there. The other guy to keep an eye on. So there's a couple of guys on this defense to keep an eye on. It's not just all Myles Garrett. The couple of rookie, the Browns have a very good rookie class this year. I guess you wouldn't think it when you look at the record, but the rookie class is incredible. They had Mason Graham was the first one they took in the draft in the first round. What was he, the fifth? I believe he was the fifth pick.
He was, number 5.
Number 5. And then the linebacker, they have Carson Schlesinger. These two guys are impactful players on that team too. And Graham's are great, but Carson Schlesinger is another guy. You get to that second level. This guy's a linebacker. We were talking about the Green Bay linebackers last week. This guy reads the field so good, man. The way he reads, the way he plays, he's a smart player and he makes plays. So getting into that second level, I think is going to be very tough. So we don't only got to worry about that. You got to worry about Graham. You also got to worry about Schlesinger. You got to worry about these guys. These are the impact players, the Browns, that we need to beat in the trenches, Drew. What do we do to stop that?
And also, James brought on a good point, too. We can't underestimate Sanders either, bro, because, I mean, Sanders on a mission right now to prove why he should have been picked in the first place. So, man, I mean, we definitely have to watch him. But I don't know, man. What's the Schlesinger?
Yeah, Carson Schlesinger, man. I think right now, if you were to start to put like the 4 or 5 best rookies of a rookie of the year right now, and you can go all over the board, he would be in that conversation. That's how good he's been for them.
And I told you, like, that's the reason why they beat Green Bay, because he was all over. He was all over Love, bro. So, I mean, oh man, I mean, when I think about this defense, bro, it gives me a headache, because, I mean, they always had a great defense. I mean, even though they only had 3 wins, but I think we're going to have to contain. Hey, CJ going to be a key in this game, because he had a bad little game and for the Green Bay a little bit, but I think he could get some get back for us in this game. Also, too, we still got Edwards, correct?
Yes. Edwards will be playing. Edmonds. This is going to be Edmonds' last game. As far as his IR stint goes for Edmond, but Edwards, yes. Everything that looks right now, Edwards will be fine to go. He didn't even see him on that injury report.
Okay. So that's what I say, man. I just think CJ is gonna have to play a big part in this game. We're gonna have to probably do some excuse me. Mm-hmm. We're gonna definitely have to, think about, as far as I just want to bring to the point of Sanders, we definitely gonna have to bring some blitz in on him to kind of, get him a little discombobulated so he can know, like, hey, welcome to Bears defense. Hold on.
He's getting choked up over Shedeur.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little sore throat, but I'm good. Yeah. So I mean, that's just a little my take on it, man.
Yeah, I think that's what we start as our offensive line. And our offensive line, who we've been praising a lot here the last couple of weeks, Drew. I'm very confident that they can come in here and have another big game this week. The competition, the defense was good for the Packers last week. I actually think the Browns defense is better than the Packers defense. You wouldn't think it again with that record, but I think their defense is better. And I just think we got to just continue to do what we're doing, man. Now we got to come out with a better first half this time. We can't come out like we did last week, Drew.
Yeah.
And Caleb, what did he have? 32 passing yards in the first half, and we didn't have our running game wasn't excellent. But I think I don't think that's going to work for this game. We got Ed here. No. Ed, can you hear us? Well, I think we have Ed. Well, go ahead, Drew.
No. Well, yeah, we definitely gonna have to come out more aggressive, bro. We can't be doing what we did with Green Bay. And we have a habit of doing that, bro. I mean, our first half's always been very low, and then we play comeback kid in the second half. I mean, we're gonna have to flip the script a little bit, man. I mean, not to say have a good second half and be bad the second half, but we're gonna have to be a little more consistent for both halves. Mm-hmm. Because and especially our running game, man, we definitely have to keep our running game on point because, you know, I have no problem with Caleb. Sometimes, you know, with Caleb, you don't know what you're gonna get. I'm just being honest. I mean, you know, we call him Iceman, but sometimes he just be a little icy at times too, where it's like, hey, the arm might not be there how we should be. So I want to get the running game going early. Make sure we do what we got to do on that end and just try to keep it consistent through the whole game and not try to play catch up.
No, I agree. I don't want to get into that type of mode again. Ed, can you hear us, man? Excuse me.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Well, I don't think we can. Well, we'll get out here in a second. We'll pull him back here in a second. Can't get his audio, or his audio was not working there. So Drew, we're talking about the trenches here. So let's go to the other side of the ball, and that's our pass rush against their offensive line. Their offensive line's not good. The Browns offensive line, that is. I said in the beginning of the show, they've gone through a ton of different changes this year. I think it's like 14 or 15 different plays. I think if I have to look at this again, Tevin Jenkins was playing for them last week. Our old guy was going part of the mix. So their offensive line, that's where you're to be. This is if you want to get to the Browns and you want to really make Shedeur and really put some pressure on him, you got to get through that offensive line that's not very good. And they're going to be playing different combinations again. But with that being said, it's not like our pass defense, our pass rush has been lighting up the world either. We certainly didn't do that last week. And I think that was part of the reason why there were some big plays that were made in that game. So I think if there's any week for our pass rush to get in, this is going to be the game to do that.
Yeah, and then too, man. What's their running back? Junkins, I think that's his name.
Yeah, Kushan Junkins. Yeah, he's a really good player.
That dude he remind me of Jameer Gibbs. I don't know why, but that boy is fast. He is fast, so we definitely gonna have to contain him because we can't let him get going, bro. Because he will destroy us if he gets off. So we're gonna have to do a lot of things to contain him. We're gonna have to make sure our secondaries are doing their thing. It's gonna have to be an all team effort this time for the defense, bro. And Sweat, we need that monster right now. It's because Sweat. I mean, he has his. Don't get me wrong. He has good games, and then he has a game where you don't see him at all. So we got to make sure then Sweat has to get going a little bit more and get more consistent in each game. Because we need that beast and Sweat to do this task, especially with Garrett being here now. Now we got to do it.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, and this would be the game to do it. And I think that's what's going to win it. If he's able to, let's see. I think we got Ed back in here. Let's take a look here. Do we have you, Ed? Can you hear us? Possibility. Hearing this. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Right. Ed. Testing. I got my announcer voice. Testing 1 2 1 2. Ed, can you hear us? Well, we gave it a second shot there, Ed, but you got us in spirit, Ed. So we're thinking about you right now because Ed's about as diehard as they get. So a couple of things to keep in mind. Yeah, so we want to get pressure on Shedeur Sanders. We don't want Shedeur Sanders, who's looked pretty good here. He looked good last week. I thought some of the throws that he made, man, were pretty dang good. And he's looking like he's feeling a little bit more comfortable in this offense. But with that offensive line that they have, we got to pressure him. But there's two guys you don't want. There's a couple of guys you don't want to beat us on their offense. And Junkage, you just brought him up, Drew. There's another guy that's playing very well for them is Harold Fannin Jr., their rookie tight end. I just said that they had a really good rookie class and they drafted this year, but Harold Fannin Jr. is another guy that we want to really be. Him and Njoku, with both guys on each side, man, that's a pretty good 1-2 punch, and those are their big weapons for that team, man. So those are the guys to keep an eye on for this game.
Yeah, and then also too, man, with Sanders, of course, by him, we just want to make sure he do some rookie mistakes to make sure that we don't want him doing no 364 yards on us, bro.
No, man. No communication. No bad communication in our secondary.
No, that's all, bro. So, man, hey, and then I also hope too that Dennis Allen have a better game this time. I mean, some of the calls that he made last week, I was just like, what are you doing? I mean, I just think that, a lot of the Green Bay pressure got to him and a lot of stuff got in his head that, I don't know, this is just my opinion, and I think, this would be a good bounce back game for him as well.
Yeah, no, and here's the thing. I have all confidence that it will be. With all that communication issues that we had last week, we really didn't have that for the last couple of weeks. So, so I think this could be a game to do so, and I'm very confident. Our coaching staff's so good at adjusting that I'm very confident that they're going to be able to adjust to this game and to this game plan coming up on Sunday. Hey, thank you guys for watching tonight. Chicago Sports Podcast on our YouTube channel. You can follow us and like us and subscribe. We would really appreciate that. Also, we got a brand new network, the Heartland Sports Network as well. We have our show that is now posted on that, which is awesome. We're really excited to be part of that. So thank you guys so much for all your support. Everybody in the chat here tonight. I see you guys all there.
Appreciate you.
Oh, we appreciate you guys. James Childress in the house here. I see you there as well. Now, Drew, talking about the game, what's the path of us now for going into the playoffs? There's a couple of things, a couple of stats that I saw earlier today. Our path for us to get in, we got 4 games left, okay? 4 games left. Did I count that right? 4 games? Yeah, 4 games. Okay. My math is not very good sometimes, guys, if you haven't realized that or not. Sometimes I have to actually count on my hands in order to make sure it's correct. Like the old school way, Drew.
We got Cleveland, Green Bay, San Francisco, Detroit.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So here's a couple of things. So New York Times actually posted this. I believe it was like a day or so ago. So these are a couple of stats to keep in mind. A 70% chance to make the playoffs right now. If they beat the Browns on Sunday, that's a 77% chance to make the playoffs. And right now, 26% to win the NFC North. Now, what would you think? And when you think of that right now, the most possibility, I'll give you a couple more here before I get your opinion, Drew. Just keep this in mind. If we win out, if we go 4-0, we're NFC North champs. That's the most clear path, is just take care of our own business. So when you think of that type of stuff, man, those playoff odds, they're right there, man. Those numbers are super high in order for this to mess this up.
Man. All right. I see the path, of course. I think we could go 4-0, bro. But it all depends on what the other team's going to do as well. I think if we do, I have no doubt we're going to beat Cleveland, and I have no doubt we're going to beat Green Bay. But I'm still kind of weary on San Francisco, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, and it's sad to say I'm leery more about San Francisco over Green Bay. But see, I just think that San Francisco have the mentality that we have right now, where it's like these are must wins. Green Bay, I think they already sitting at the top right now, so that they got that kind of mentality. Yeah, so they're determined, but they're not as determined as us. So, and also too, Detroit. You can't sleep on them, bro. They only a game behind too. So it's gonna come down to the grind and who just want it more. Because we all in the same position. We all like either a game or a half a game. So it's just, hey, we got to take care of home. That's going to be the main thing. It's like 3 out of the 4 games going to be at home. So we have to take care of home. That's going to be the key to it. We can't let these people come in our house and do us dirty. So as long as we stay consistent with home and protect the home court, I think we could take care of business and win.
Mm-hmm. Ed, are you here? Do we have Ed this time? Well, yes, we don't. Sorry, Ed, we can't hear anything on Ed's end. But anyways, I wanted to see what he thought of that too. But what you guys can comment in the chat too. Here's 2 other things I want to bring to you too, Drew. So I said if we win out, go 4-0, NFC North champs. 3-1 can also get that done, especially with a Green Bay loss and a Detroit loss. And then 2-2, you can still get that wild card spot. But I guess you also got to see how it falls down. Now, here's what I will say. I think the NFC is very competitive right now here at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I think there's some really – do I think there's a far and away better team than everybody else? I don't think that's the case, but I think there's some really good teams right now. And I think when you look at the Rams, when you look at the Seahawks, I'm putting the 49ers in there. I don't care, man. They're finding ways. Their coaching staff is like our coaching staff. They're great at scheming and calling games. They put their players in great positions to win, and they're a good team. They're a very good team right now. I think when you bunch all these together, these are going to be some key wins. I think at the end of the day, man, we have to start with our business on Sunday. We have to win this Browns game. If we somehow lose this game to the Browns on Sunday, it's going to make things very difficult going forward, because now you lose that game to the Browns, you have to go and win those games. You have to go beat the Packers. You have to win that game the following week.
You have to.
Especially if the Packers go to Denver. Now, there's some couple of tough games in our division this week. The Packers go to Denver this weekend. That's not going to be an easy game. The Lions go and play the Rams. So those are tough games for our division opponents. But at the same time, I could see those 2 teams. I could see the Lions and Packers both winning this weekend as much as they could lose those games.
I do, but I don't. I mean, I don't see. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Denver's red hot right now, bro. I mean, I know it's any given Sunday, but I think the Packers are going to lose Sunday, and I think the Lions are going to lose. I think the only ones going to come out victorious is going to be us and possibly the Vikings, but that defense is too powerful for. I mean, I know the Packers got good defense, but the Broncos' defense is amazing right now, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I don't see the cheese headaches winning that one at all. And I mean, I just my opinion, I think we're gonna be back on top of the North this week. And even the Rams is playing good ball right now. Devontae Adams is like having one of the best years he's been having. Stafford is like MVP candidate right now. Man, I got my money on both of them, man. And I'm glad they playing them, because we be back on the North, baby. We back at top.
Get those losses, man. Get those losses. All right, we're going to try one more time here for Ed and see if we can get his audio. Ed, can you hear us, Ed? Can Ed hear us?
Or can hear you?
He can hear us. You just can't hear him. Something's wrong.
No,
something that we can't connect. But thanks, Ed. We tried, man. So I think realistically, I don't know if the Bears can go 4-0 with this stretch coming up here, because these are some really hard games. I do think they can possibly get to 3-1, because I think they could beat the Browns this week. I really think they can beat the Packers. The one that I think is going to be a hard one for them to win is against the 49ers on the road. For some reason, every time we go to San Francisco, man, we can never win out there. And that's a really good team. So I think that's going to be a very tough one. And I think they could beat the Lions at the end. So I think realistically could be 3-1, but it's the NFL right now, man, and you never know. But here's the thing, Drew. Control your destiny. You got to control what you have in front of you right now.
Yeah, we do. I'm going 4-0. Real talk.
Ooh, look at that, man. 4-0.
I'm going 4-0, baby. I mean, I think the Green Bay game was kind of a wake-up call for us. So I think we just gonna go down the stretch and take care of business. I mean, thanks, Doug. Yeah, but I just feel it, bro. I mean, it's mandatory. But I just say this: it's mandatory that we have to win. Of course, we're gonna have to win this next game. But as you said, these divisional games is gonna be the key because what I think the Packers is what. Let's just say it comes down to the end. The Packers has the tiebreaker, correct?
Yeah, they're a half game above us right now. Well, here's the thing: if we beat them, we got to beat them the following week to be in front of them and control our own destiny from there.
So, yeah. So I mean, we definitely gonna. I just see, man, especially with I'm really thinking about Detroit since they a game behind, and if let's just say we take care of our business this week and they don't take care of their business, I mean, we at a sweet spot. I mean, of course, I think every game matters for all teams, but I think once we do take care of this business and then get with Green Bay, I think we're in a good spot. I just think we will be all right. But we just gotta see how it go, bro, and just bear down on these dudes.
We got a super champion from Trapeze 11 Doug G, man. Thank you, man. We appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, here's what I'll say about the rest. I like looking at all these playoff odds. First off, I think right now with our division and the NFC West, like you look at that division between the Rams, between the 49ers, and between the Seahawks, I think it's a very good possibility all three of those teams are getting in the playoffs if they control their own destinies. I know they're going to be beating up on each other a little bit coming up, and they got some tough games, but at the same time, it's a possibility, all those. So I think this is why it's so important that we have to control our destiny and win as many games as possible, because I feel like those are some really good football teams that can all get in.
And also, too, don't the Seahawks play the 49ers, too, at the end?
They do, yes.
Okay, so, yeah, that's going to be a game to watch as well. Because it's a free fall. I mean, by everything being so close, bro, it's a free fall. So, man, we just got to take care of our business. And like I said, protect home. And if we do protect home, that, like you said, that will be 3-1. If we protect at home. So at least.
Here's how I look at it right now, Drew. I love looking at all these stats, by the way. I'm looking at these numbers of like probabilities and all that type of stuff, because I was like, oh man, this is cool. I didn't know it was like this high or this low and stuff.
It should have been a math
Yeah,
teacher.
well, that's probably not a good idea. I still have to count on my hands for everything, so that's probably not a good idea. As I look at these percentages, I can't put them in and like try to calculate it myself. But I like looking at them, as I was trying to get at. But at the same time, I feel like, okay, I think we're at the time of the year now where we got to take one game at a time. And that just starts with Sunday, where you just take one game at a time, let everything play out, go in, home game, beat Cleveland on Sunday, and it's supposed to be cold. By the way, I not to pull a Tom Brady here, who was like given the temperature every like 10 minutes of that game last week. He gave it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I like Tom, and I'm not knocking Tom Brady. I actually think he's a very good announcer. But he gave that temperature. I thought he was giving the temperature a lot at that game, like how cold it was. But did you see what it's supposed to be like on Sunday? Like the wind chills are and you would know, Drew. Right. We live out not that far from there, like 20 below wind chills, right? Isn't that what's supposed to be this weekend for this game?
Yeah, they talking about 20 below wind chill, like -6 temperature, but it's gonna feel like -20, -25.
Ooh,
man.
What's
up? D Nice, bear down, bro.
D Nice, man. D Nice is awesome, man. We got D Nice in the house. Everybody's awesome, man. But yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, so I mean, so you thought it was cold in Green Bay? No, this gonna be even colder in Chicago.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be cold, man. So I don't imagine that ball, man. That's gonna be like it's gonna be a little bit tougher and to move that. But I say that, and then they'll go out and put up like 30 points on Sunday. So with that being said, Drew, I was thinking about, we always give our predictions here before we're done and what we think. And I'll just say this. I think the Bears are going to win this week, but I'm going to let you go first. What would you predict, your score, and what you think?
Team, you already know.
That's a dumb question.
Yeah, that's all good. I think by it being cold, it's gonna be a low scoring game. I think that it's gonna be a defensive game this time. So I'm giving it. I'm gonna say 20. No, I'm gonna say 17. I'm gonna say 2014. 2014 Bears. That's me.
Okay, I got you. I
was thinking some stuff in my head, but I'm gonna keep it at 2014 Bears.
24. Okay. I'm gonna say 21-10. I think our defense is going to give them a little bit more pressure this week. I told you that their offensive line, they've gone through so many changes this year. They're not very good. Something else to keep an eye on the Browns, by the way, too. They only have 3 wins. Their special teams is awful. I think when I was looking at some stats, they have one of the worst special teams in the they're right there in the bottom as one of the worst special teams in the league, and they've cost them like field position in games. I think that can be key on this weekend's game if their special teams continues to play as poorly as they have the last couple of weeks. So that's something to keep an eye on too when we look at this game against the Browns on Sunday. But I'm going to go, I'm going to say 21-10. 21-10, man. 21-10. I think we're going to get some pressure on Shedeur. I think Shedeur is going to make some plays, but I don't think they score more than 10 points. I think we get to them, dude.
Yeah, and it also depends on who. I mean, I know the injury report came out, but the final say so ain't until we see who on the field.
Yeah, we'll get another one tomorrow. We'll find out and see who else is going to be on that report too, man. So we're excited for it. Hey, thanks to Bridges Scoreboard. They've been here with us at the beginning. You can go watch the game there this weekend. BridgesScoreboard.com. They got delicious food there, and we love us. We love us some Bridges Scoreboard, man. Also, Heartland Sports Network. We're on the network now, man. Today our show is up there right now, man. The Heartland Sports Network. So you guys can certainly check them out too. Heartland Sports Network. Everybody in the chat today, man. Appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you guys very much for everything and being part of the show. And you guys watching, man. People. Appreciate it. And YouTube, man, like and subscribe that. Tell everybody about it. And then you can share this video with other Bears fans. All right, Drew. We're going to come back next week. We're going to talk about a winner, man. I'm confident we're going to do that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about a winner, bro. So don't even worry about it. We're gonna enjoy this, and we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do to these cheese headaches. All right?
Yeah, man. We'll certainly break that down too next week, man. So guys, keep a track of all our shows coming up here, man, on the Chicago Sports Podcast. For Big Drew, Big Papa Bear, I'm Matt Cooper. Bear down, guys. Enjoy the game on Sunday, and we'll talk about hopefully a winner next week.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
You guys have a great night.